Hey guys, this is Mark from Soul Adventure. Wanted to take a few minutes today to go through my elk hunting pack for this year. This is the EXO Mountain Gear 3500, full of everything that I'm going to need for a week in the Elk Mountains. So doing another backcountry trip to Colorado this year, 7-day hunting trip, and this is probably 96%, whatever, of everything that's going to be with me. There's a couple little food items I don't have in here yet. Most of my food is in here, and I'm missing like one article of clothing, something like that. So this is pretty much everything. Just wanted to, mainly run through the pack. So last year when I did my big trip, I sort of did the same pack dump, if you will, and went through every item I pulled out and talked about those items. I'm not going to do that as much in this video. I did, however, just post my updated gear list, so if you're interested in seeing more about what's in here, all the details, all the weight, everything really item by item, please check out the link below. You can get that. Today I want to mainly run through the pack, show you how it's set up, how I pack it personally, and just give you guys an idea. So the EXO Mountain Gear, as I said, this is the 3500 model. That number is a bit deceiving. The 3500 is really just the main bag area and the lid, but there is full-length side pockets, a big stretch panel up front here, and so that really isn't accounted for in the 3500 inch quote. So really 3500 inches, I don't think I could make it with my gear for a 7-day hunt and a true 3500 inch pack. This is in all reality at least 4500 inches if you begin to use all the pockets. Probably closer to 5,000. So anyway, let's dive in. First things first, I'm going to pop off this main lid here, and you'll notice one thing that's interesting with this pack, two quick disconnects right here in the back, is that this is a reverse lid, and so instead of the lid coming from the front and flipping back, it flips from the back to the front. So reverse the lid, we'll get to what's in there in a minute. Just going to dive into the main area. So as you can see, there's a nice big collar here with a drawstring that you can cinch down. And so really, in the main bag, if you want to extend this and come up higher, depending on how much gear you have, you can loosen the lid straps to get more clearance to come up and over gear. So I'm, pretty much at the top of the pack frame for the most part. So this works out well for me. Just have this collapsed here. So right off the bat, there's about 3 liters of water in here in a platypus. There is all kinds of different ways that you can run hydration in this pack. So you can, sort of hang it in the main bag. You could go with the side pockets. You could go between the pack bag and the frame, which we'll get to, but I just kind of have mine sitting right on top. It's easy to access, really convenient. So from there, I'm just going to start pulling out some contents of the main bag. The only thing that I have in the main bag right now is, besides my water, is food in my sleeping bag. So let's do this. There's 7 Mountain House meals in here. So there's 7 dinners and 1 more. And then my daily food bag in terms of snacks and lunches, things of that nature. There's 7 daily food bags, everything but dinner. Again, if you're interested in learning more about that, I have a detailed item by item, line by line, calorie by calorie spreadsheet of all my food and what I bring and why. So there's 7 of these food bags. And then way in the bottom here, I have a 12-degree Sierra Designs down sleeping bag, no staff sack or anything. What I've really done is with the main bag, and this will make more sense in a bit, but these full-length side pockets here and then there's compression straps all over. It's really gave me the ability to stuff my sleeping bag down in here, compress it down, and then it's really sort of naturally held in place by all of the other gear in the pack and the compression. So it's way down in here, probably about the size of a basketball or something, but you'll see, it's a 12-degree long bag, so it is a big bag, but it fits down in there great. And so that's it. That's the main pouch. That's the main compartment of the bag, I should say. if you can see this pattern here, you can sort of see this as a different lining. This is an X-Pack waterproof liner, so the inside of this main bag will stay waterproof. I do have a waterproof stuff sack for my sleeping bag. You know, worst case scenario, if you're going somewhere super wet like Alaska, you'd probably want to bring that. But in general, the inside of this bag is going to stay incredibly dry thanks to that liner. So that's the main bag. There's really not a ton of features, you know, besides the extended snow collar, the waterproof lining, and then one unique thing we can hop into now. There is side zip, pretty much full length side zip access to the main bag. So here's two big compression straps up front, perfect for strapping your bow to the pack. That's how I run my bow. And then right here you have pretty much a full length zip that goes straight into the main compartment of the bag. So if you don't want to undo your lid, go through the big collar and everything like that, keep something quick to access, you have full access to the main area from there. And then one interior organization pocket secured with a zipper mesh so you can see what's in it. You know, important things like your car keys, I keep my extra release in here. Just really handy to have that bit of protection there. Continuing on with the waterproof theme of the main bag, this is a very, very durable zipper, and then it's also fully lined there, so that'll keep the water out. Full length zipper there. As you can see, a bunch of loops, daisy chain on both sides on top of the main bag. And then one of my favorite features really of this in the whole bag, it's something so simple but so handy, is this front pocket here. What I have in here, it's actually been a while since I packed it. I think I have 2 jackets in here. So let's see. Yeah, so this is a First Light Boundary Storm Tight rain shell. So that's in there. And then I have my First Light Uncompagre Puffy. So that is in there as well. So this front stretch panel, you know, if you don't have it full like I just did, it kind of looks like there's nothing there and just a plain front of the bag. But so from under the lid, you can get in there very deep and then incredibly stretchy. So again, I had a puffy in there as well as my rain jacket. Perfect use of that, you know, something that, like a puffy, something you maybe put on to sit if you're glassing, and then you want to ditch it, you can just stuff it in there. I absolutely love that stuffed pocket. So that's the front. I guess we can go ahead and dive into the lid. As I mentioned, it's reverse open, so it's going to drop towards the front panel of the bag from the back. You can see good sized lid. I don't have it to its full capacity, but you're going to see there's quite a bit of gear to come out of here. So, you know, all kinds of stuff. Gloves, socks, liner socks, underwear, hats, balaclava, wipes, first aid kit, kill kit including game bags and knife and all that fun stuff. My waterproof stuff sack that I sometimes use for my sleeping bag. I always bring this because I also use it to hang my food and trash at camp. So this sack, along with 50 foot of cord here, that's sort of my bear hanging system there. Emergency shelter, headlamp, electronics in a waterproof sack, wind checker that'll probably ride in my pocket. Always bring an extra bladder for flavored drinks, and then backpacking towel, chapstick, toothbrush, toothpaste, all those sort of toiletries. So all of that was in just the lid, and actually a fair amount of room to stuff something like more socks and things of that nature in there. So pretty straightforward with that lid. We're getting to the full-length side pockets now. So there's really 2 aspects, to the side pockets. Again, compression straps. Both, while we're talking about the compression straps, little things that they did in the design of this pack that are brilliant. These side compression straps, instead of coming straight across, parallel across the pack, they're angled. And so as you tighten like this compression strap and the same one below it, you're not only pulling the gear in and compressing things front to back, but you're really lifting So if you're carrying loads of meat, maybe in the load sling behind the pack, which we'll see, or even just the gear in your pack, as we all know it's good for gear to ride higher and tight. So anytime you're compressing this pack, you're also lifting all that gear and making sure that all your weight is not dropping too low. So little things like that, really brilliant. Nice buckles there. So you got upper and lower compression. You have another stretch pocket on the outside. I don't have anything in either of these stretch pockets right now, but they're really handy. Again, just another nice little feature. The angle of this pocket, so it allows you to reach around while you're wearing the pack. And instead of having to come up and all the way over, the pocket itself is angled to really just reach down in there very easily. That's awesome. So that's the stretch pocket. Let's get into the full length side pocket. So once again, nice little compression strap up here, and then full length of the pack. So I mean, this is a giant deep pocket. Can definitely carry a tripod no problem, a spotter no problem, like even the big 80mm glass should be fine. I have a ton of stuff in here. I'm not bringing a spotter or a tripod for this trip, but there's all my water filter. What else? My jet boil, all my cooking and fuel, and that's it. And that side, the other side, let me undo these compression straps. Alright, so on the other side, base layers, I have my tent poles. So I have my full tent pole and tent stake kit riding in the full length side pocket. I also have my sleeping pad in the side pocket. Once again, no stuff sack because the compression does a great job in the pack itself. And that is that. Should also mention inside these side pockets as well, inside of the main bag, all kinds of attachments. You can hang your own gear. XO will also be coming out with more accessories in the future, so there's those attachment points in the main bag as well. So that's that. That is pretty much everything. We did main bag, we did lid, we did the full length side pockets, the stretch pockets, the stretch panel up front, daisy chain. There's also clip system down here, or webbing system I should say. So you guys that run like the roll-up sleeping pads, things of that nature, you could put a tent down here, so you always have that bottom attachment as well. Didn't need it myself, so let's drop the main bag off the frame. So again, this design is very modular. You have a load shelf type system where you can run meat between the pack frame and the main bag. I actually have my tent back here and then also my decoy. That's how we'll be packing it in. So go ahead and flip this guy around. We will undo these straps here. So basically your load lifters, you're going to undo those, have a bit of Velcro, and then this panel is just part of the main bag here. So we can flip that over. Forgot to bring the buckles through here. So that buckles through. That buckle is through. And then now you can see we just dropped the bag off the frame. You can remove the bag completely if you want. It's just attached right here at the bottom. So there's the back of the main bag. Should also mention on the back of the main bag, cut for hydration as well. So again, another option to run your hydration there. So main bag off of the frame. Here's my tent. Let that ride between the bag and the frame. And then my decoy, I'll be running that for quicker access later, but for packing in, I'll be running my decoy back there as well. And then so here is the frame panel. You can see there's good compression straps across the frame panel itself. So again, when you're trying to get loaded up with meat or other gear, you have this compression. You have further compression in the middle. Or no, this is, sorry, to come around and hold with the bag. So that's how you can further connect the bag in. So that is the frame panel. We can talk about suspension and things real quick. You can see nice lumbar pad here. You can adjust this. You can add or remove foam to it. You know, again, the details that Steve and Lenny went through with testing, I highly encourage you to go out. The main website is exomountaingear.com. They sort of ran a blog talking about the development process of the bag, and that is exo-hunting.com. And little things like all the testing and all the different materials and the foam and everything else they went through just for like this pad, for instance. Pretty amazing. They're running over stuff with trucks and things like that. So there's straps here, and then you can pull the whole pad section off, get to the inside if you want to swap that out for any reason to run it, you know, with a lower profile or what have you. Should also mention that the exterior of the lumbar pad here is a bit of a grippy type material, so it's not going to be sliding down your back, moving on you a ton. Holds nice and solid. The straps, you know, really ergonomically cut, have the pre-curve to fit there. The torso adjustment, so your length adjustment, super simple here. You can see this whole pad just slides up and down the titanium rods here, so you can tighten it down here. Just run it up and down wherever you need it. Of course, you know, when there's weight, this is always going to be in the up position, which is maxed out, you know, is limited by how you have this strap adjusted there. So that's the back. Once again, very good ventilation. You can sort of see you got the lumbar pad, and then you have the shoulder blade area with padding, and then a bunch of good ventilation. So the small in the back, the small of the back is going to be really well ventilated. Again, you know, great foam and padding, pre-curved hip belt, ready to run a full range of accessories off of here. They have side pockets coming out that are outstanding. Also should mention the hip belt itself comes in 3 sizes, so it's really tailored to fit you. Here's an example where I'm running a holster on the side belt, so it's just really easy to add all kinds of accessories. I'm going to go ahead and open up this front panel. I should also mention there's more attachment points here for your own gear or accessories that they're going to be coming out with, such as a load sling. But to get to the guts of this guy, you can see in here we have our titanium frame. So this isn't very simple to remove. I have removed it altogether, but just to show you guys, I mean, that's it, really. This frame is so simple but so effective, unbelievable. The titanium rod comes across the top here. It's a single piece. It bends here and then runs down the center of the pack all the way down. You can see both rods here. There is one supporting cross member inside of the pack horizontally. It's not tied to the titanium, and then the titanium itself ends at the bottom. In the ends of the titanium, the ends of the rods are free. And so what that gives you is the ability, almost like legs walking, it gives you a lot of flexibility for the pack to move with you in this nature. But this titanium is so strong, you're not going to get any sort of load buckling front to back. You know, your load's not going to pull and sway front to back, but it does move with you. I mean, if I take this out, it's unbelievable how much this titanium moves with you as you walk, and then at the same time it's incredibly rigid with downward force, with force in that manner. So this is the Exo Mountain Gear 3500. Pulled it apart, made a mess of it. Hopefully that gives you guys a better idea of this pack, how it's laid out, how much gear it can handle. You know, as you see, I had a week's worth of gear there. It's pretty, you know, it's, for me, it's pushing the limit of the capacity of this pack, but definitely is much more than the 3500 number that's advertised. So I will follow up with you guys after this hunting season to let you know how the pack did for me. Hopefully I'll be loading out a bunch of meat with it. For now, that is all. Check this out on souladventure.com. I'll have links to all my gear lists and all the other details of what I'm bringing this year. And thanks for watching.